Hey y'all.
Peace.
So, we making do.
We back, family, out here in these streets. We got the good thing we got some technical assistance up in this house. We got some skills around here between the circumstance and situation that we can try and work this thing out. Thank you, Reed. Let us know how it's looking. Please give us some hearts, some thumbs up. Let us know what's good. Now we're going to invite you again. Okay, great. Alafia, peace and blessings, beloved. How's it looking? It was good. Heart it up. Give me some thumbs. Let us know it's all good. We're in a smaller frame before we had the wide frame. So now we kind of
phone action.
We kind of a little bit like circumstances, situations. So look, family. So we were trying to kind of go through how we looking. All right, good. We looking good. We looking good.
Perfect. Thank
peace
you.
and blessings. Thank you, beloved. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
We're making do.
Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Run it through. Run it back.
What's it what you saying?
Come in. So I'm not sure exactly where it cut off at, family, but peace and blessings, Brother Joe. Please share the link. We're coming in tonight with a little bit of a recap. Just constantly staying fortified. Not necessarily a recap, but we went through the whole coronavirus preventative piece. Stay committed to your safety, your family's safety. We don't know exactly what the full landscape is. A lot of conversations in the space. We want to make sure that we at least fortify ourselves and keep ourselves healthy, keep our families healthy. Shouts out to the frontline workers, nurses, doctors, CNAs, phlebotomists, EMS, police out there, firefighters still working. Mayor out here in Newark is still working. Mayor's out there in New York City still on the ground working. Shouts out. Ashe.
Shouts out to the
shouts out the People's Organization for Progress.
Yes.
Shouts out Larry Ham. Let's go Ham 2020. Larry Ham, Senator 2020. Let's do this, y'all. Come on, family.
Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, Soundbytes, we're the trusted people. We're gonna come through with we're gonna set you up to win. We're gonna give you the truth. We're gonna give it to you straight. We're gonna fortify you. So please share the conversation, share the link, because there's a lot of ambiguity around us supporting ourselves and helping to improve upon our own personal circumstances and our community situations. And in order for us to do that, we have to address our circumstances. Our circumstances can be anything from we want to be able to stand boldly in front of the challenge. And some of the challenges, guess what? Sometimes your eyes are deceiving you. Sometimes your eyes aren't even giving you the truth of what you're actually seeing, family. So we want to be able to restructure how we think. And it was our goal here at Soundbytes as one of the many spaces that we fortify the community with our time, talent, and energy, because this is really about energy right here, because there's a lot of people out here in the space talking. Now that everybody is quarantined, every 2 seconds another pop-up.
Instagram live.
Somebody online on Instagram, my whole thread, everybody live on Instagram. And I know a lot of it is boredom, unfortunately. I don't know why people today are bored, because we go to work and all we do when we go to work is complain about how much work we do and how much time we don't have. So, but now you got nothing but time and opportunity and everybody running around here bored.
Right.
The hell wrong with you? What the fuck wrong with you, partner?
Right. Right. And that's the thing. That's the thing too. It's like, we want to talk about quality of life and like looking into circumstances we have available to us. Like Nefera said, we tend to be in a space where it's like, we in our job circumstances, like, the job is the drudgery
blah, blah, blah.
and all that type of stuff. And then now it's in a space of like, it's, because we have different people that we're dealing with, right? We have people that are working from home. We have people that just don't have jobs anymore, which is an unfortunate situation. We have the people that, are balancing within those spaces and whatever. And then we have people that are just like, I'm bored. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know. And it's like you want to find a common ground of how you're really kind of being with this space. And the other side of it, like we clear of the grief, we clear of the destruction of it, we clear of what's the tragic nature of what's taking place. But then the space is also, what are you doing for your internal self? How are you doing to fortify your internal self? How are you utilizing the times you do have, where it's not, so to speak, the emotional strain of the outside, but just like I'm too bored with myself. I'm like, I'm in the house too long. I want to go outside and go get margaritas.
Go outside
in the rain. No, not in the rain. In the sun. But
it may sound crazy.
we want to like take an opportunity to like balance out that time. Take your breathing space. Maybe take some meditation. Maybe do some yoga. Maybe do some exercising. Right? Maybe try out a new recipe.
Reading.
That take some reading out. Maybe like
yes, reading.
You like just expend the hell out of YouTube and just like find all the tutorials you can, and like learn something. Use the opportunity for Skillshare. There's a lot of things, a lot of sites that are giving leeway to like free classes and webinars and things like that. There's a time to kind of you can like keep your brain sharp, and that's a good way to take the focus away from the fact that you're quote unquote stuck in your house or wherever you are, and feeling like you can't really move, so to speak. So you keep your brain sharp, because if your brain's not sharp, the rest of you gonna turn to butter. So like you want to
please don't turn to butter, family.
Don't turn to butter. You gotta like keep your brain as the sharpest blade you have in your toolbox.
Yes.
So that maybe checking in with family. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like you get on your FaceTime or like have a call. I was saying, I think it was like a couple weeks ago. It's like, back in the day in high school, it was like, I was with my friends. You'd be on the phone for hours just talking about nothing. But it was nothing. Fun. You got the time, right? And making the most of it. Peace and blessing, everybody. Shout out, brother Naeem. Power I am up in there. Sister Reed says it's cleanup time for sure, and in more ways than one. I'm sure you mean absolutely. We're going to tell you in a second. Brother Joseph says creative and imaginative people never run out of things to do. I say never, never, never.
Yeah, I don't want people to feel bad, because you know what? Some people haven't found their creativity.
Right.
There are people, we can't poo-poo everyone because we're here for personal responsibility, but there are people who never understood themselves as an evolving individual. Right. They never looked into themselves as a being that can create.
Right.
I was told when I was in, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, my teacher, Mr. Johnny Walker, shouts out to him.
Shouts out to Johnny Walker.
Shouts out to Johnny Walker. That's
Equanimity
a real person.
Now available.
Equanimity Now. Get that
album.
album.
Everybody.
Equanimity Now. That
album.
is his album.
Jazzy.
He plays the trumpet. He's a musician, amazing musician. But he was my 6th grade teacher, and he said, "Listen, don't be a consumer. Whatever don't be a consumer." And I'm glad to be the person who received the message. I don't know who else in the room of my classmates, and many of them are my Soundbytes on the Facebook now that I'm in communication with. I don't know who heard it, but I heard a lot of what was said and with the jewels that he was dropping back when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
Don't be a consumer. Be a producer. And I've been in business and creating ever since, and I've been unfolding. So this is why we here at Soundbytes setting you up to win. So if you've never heard it, if you've never heard certain things said to you, if you've never heard certain energy put into your spirit, into your energy, this is what we're here to do.
Right. We're clear some things are, we give our people grace at all turns, right? We're clear some things are just like brand new to a lot of folks. They can be in their 30s, 40s, 50s,
right.
60s. Some activities, some methods of some consciousness,
I guess that's
brand new
to
people. It's today. Just new ways of thinking. Some people are just quote unquote waking up.
That's right.
Right. Without it being a trope of like the wake up, woke, stay woke, whole trope, but like really like people are waking up to a brand new way of thought. And it can be a door to unlock to make some great things happen or unravel some shit that you really wasn't prepared to unravel. But
it's amazing.
It is amazing once you get past it. Because the meme we shared not too long ago, where it's the spiritual awakening. It's not this thing like you're floating in the air with like on a geyser. No, sometimes it's a funky unraveling of some work.
I'm here to tell you it's work.
When you get past it, that's when you get to the true essence of self.
Gotta push past though. Can't give up.
And when you get to the true essence of self and the God in self, then you can in turn activate the God and that exists in other people, and the understanding of self that exists in other people. You tend to give permission to others to think differently and be in a different form of themselves, because sometimes people only want to follow what's the trend.
Well, it's
because
easy.
It's all that's being given, right? And
round peg, round hole, peg, round hole. It's easy to do.
Right. It's very easy to do. And when you live in a society where media and government and these talking heads kind of give you this idea like this is how you should be thinking. There's the majority of people that you see, which is the majority of people that we show you, and that's good enough for you. These people are doing this, so you should be doing this, and that's what works. Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily the case at all. And
then there's punishment if you don't go along. And we've seen what kind of punishment comes down handed from the Matrix, from the table. And so many of us, we learn, how you treat the children. You don't touch that. Mm-hmm. That's not yours. Put your hand back. And you know what we do? We pull our hand back and we be out here accepting our subordinate posture. Folks insulted when I say that, but why? It's something to investigate.
Something to look at.
It is something to look at, because if you are in a subordinate posture, you will not be able to self-advocate your humanity and your quality of life. This is not about whether you like me or not. You don't have to like me, but guess what? I'm a facilitator. I am facilitating something for you.
Yeah, learn the difference between feedback and offense. Feedback and critique is an opportunity to set you up to win with a new possibility in your life versus offense.
What is a possibility? What can you create?
Right. What can you create from something new? Right. You know. So it's not. So
give thanks.
And call it out. Talk about subordinate posture. Talking about. Even if you're talking about laziness or whatever you want to call
lazy brain.
It's an opportunity to check in. Well, why is this?
Why is
versus
it lazy
like, how
brain?
could you say that? No. Why
would you say that? That's so offensive.
What's in the
like,
space
why would you say that? That's so critical.
Exactly.
It sounds like you're being.
What's in the space that had you thinking this? You know, right? Like, what's in the space that had, like, what did I do? What did I do just now to make them think that? You know, or what came up?
Well, it's not a judgment.
It's not a judgment.
Because oftentimes when I'm speaking general. I'm saying what is consistent generalities, right? Based on a certain statistic. Oh, you can't use sweeping generalities. That's so crazy because everybody is different. Everybody actually isn't that different. Okay, family? That is an illusion. Surprise. Everybody isn't that unique. We are all human beings, and we need the same foods, nourishments. We need the same types of things in our space. We need to be fortified. We need to be intelligent. We need to create. We need to be praised. We need to be supported. We need to be loved on. We want to be in contribution, most of us. Now, we do have some demented folks within our society. We'll deal with them after the rest of us get our ish together. However, no, everybody's got their... No, that's just a space to create confusion. Because everybody is not that different. Culture... and the foundation, the fundamental of the human landscape, not that different.
There's a uniqueness in the way we may apply our similarities.
Maybe.
But as far as but everyone's doing the same thing.
Fundamentally, you still taking a poo out here. You still taking a poo. Grandma said you still pull your pants down and get on that toilet the same way. You jump up right up on that commode, just like everybody else. So there are no big guys and little U's out here.
Right.
You need to be able to sip tea with the queen and take a fifth to the head with a wino.
But that's why it's important.
Do unto others, you will have others to do unto you.
Exactly. There is a level playing field. Everything else is is all mechanized from man-made structures and power struggles. But really, we're all always on a level playing field when it comes to the human landscape. When it comes to our human rights and needs, we actually are on a level playing field. The problem is that there's people that want to take things to the level, take too much, they take, and realize there's something in it for them versus something in it for the world by them showing up. So, and that's the problem that we deal with on a daily basis. We're in the midst of power struggles consistently.
But I think that we need to boss ourselves. I'm sorry, I didn't cut your off. We get to boss ourselves up and be able to challenge the space and be able to understand what is a quality of life. What goes into an African achieving and sustaining a quality of life. We have been inside of recovery and maintenance and survival mode for so long that when they put a little tag on Susie and say, oh, first black woman this, first black woman that, listen, that's not progress. Malcolm X said, you dig the knife in my back 9 inches, pull it out 6, that's not progress. It's still in you 3 inches, in case you didn't catch that. Right? You dig the knife in 9, pull it out 6. Oh, that's progress. Let's clap. Yeah, y'all, we gonna clap for Sue because she got the first black woman this, the first black man that, the first contributor here. That just demonstrates how well adjusted to your oppression you are. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We're gonna set you up to win here. We're not gonna hold no punches, and we're not gonna delude you and have you feeling around in the room looking for a light switch in the dark. We're not gonna do you like that. I made a meme some time ago on Soundbytes. I said you could thank your teachers, your ministers, your parents, your elders, your community folk. They've contributed to your ignorance. Because I didn't just get here yesterday to come up with some of this information. I've done research. I've compiled some of my own consciousness and added to it with the way that I may present this information. But this information is not new. Right? Destruction of the black civilization. Stolen legacy. Know thyself. Nayam Akbar. The speeches and thoughts of Marcus Garvey. What else? Give me some books.
God, the Black Man, the Truth is my favorite.
Ben Ami. Brainwashed, Come on, trying to think. Lies my the ISIS papers. Lies my teacher told me. Like, this is not new information. It depends on what you're looking at, what you spend your time doing. I decided to unfold myself while I was living, while we were in the process of paying bills and tip-tap dancing over here and trying to, pay the car note over here and dropping the kid off to daycare and going to t-ball and swimming lessons. I was also making it a priority to evolve myself. Family, come on, let me get some hearts for that. Come on, let's come through with the heart. Stop playing. Be generous out here in these streets for one African to another. Heart it up. Like, I decided that it was more important to evolve myself, and every African has the opportunity to pursue a quality of life. And you're going to find that there are going to be some contradictions to that in the matrix. Thank you, family. I appreciate that. Look here, share the link if you find value in the conversation, as we always provide a safe space for the unfolding and the evolving of our human landscape. Please, thank you, beloved Lotus. I see you out there. Peace and blessings, beloved. Share the link. Invite a friend to the conversation, family. We have to fortify and we have to leave the space of ambiguity and not having these conversations. We have to tackle these conversations, because if we don't change our behavior, we will continue to live in insanity. Because we will continue to be like, man, this is jacked up. Why are they still shooting 18-year-olds like Mike Brown in the back as they depart the police car? This happened 20 years ago. I remember Yusef Hawkins. I remember Amadou Diallo. I remember Sean Bell. Why is Kai Gurley? What happened to Delron Smalls? What happened to Oscar Grant? What's going on? Why is these things still happening in our community? Because we're looking out here and we are creating insanity. Because we are not actionable, trying to get it together. We keep thinking that if we make bank, I'm going to go ahead and make bank for me and mine, because, I got to get my come up out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to go out here and try to help somebody. You ain't got but so many good years to be out here being active in the first place. There is a such thing as developmental psych. And there is a metrics to your development and understanding and overstanding and progress that is already marked within the matrix. So no, we're not that unique. No, we're not that different. And even if you do the thing that you do so uniquely, if your essential energy is not involved, somebody else did it already. I guarantee you, because that grandma say ain't nothing new under the sun.
In the history books.
Ain't nothing new under the sun, family. And the way these folks keep tripping us out here, they keep on using the same stupid tricks on us. It's ridiculous how we keep getting tricked. I'm mad. Because in my personal development, I'm not going to be out here getting tripped for the same thing twice.
Right.
It might be different. It ain't going to be the same. Because I'm going to see it coming. Why we don't see this stuff coming, family? What she say out here? Reed said, yes. Seen a woman. Wait.
I seen a woman at the DMV wigging out and everyone laughing at her. She is asking for help in so many ways. I'm not trying to knock this down. That's not open.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Well, hold on. Let me pull it up over here. Here we go. Here we go. Out here in the streets.
Yes, I seen a woman at the DMV wigging out and everyone laughing at her. She is asking for help in so many ways. No one supported. Right. We become a society that looks at people's mental anguish as a joke. People, and when that's in itself another conversation around quality of life and the disruption and the breaking belonging, how someone associates with themselves and in respect to the world around them. And circumstances that leads to them, to their behavior. You know what I mean? And it's really a shame how we associate with that, especially within our community.
Yes.
We associate. It's like a thing.
Judgments.
It's like a thing of we've undergone such grief and such pain for so long that we learn to just laugh at every bit of it, to the point where now when everything's grief and painful, there must be some type of joke or a meme about it, or we got a video in now, at least for the newer generation. It has to be.
We got to laugh to keep from crying.
You have to laugh to keep from crying, but sometimes you got to learn when to let it go,
handle it,
and really be with it. That someone is in need of support right now, and we got to get out of that. The whole point is to destroy the grief and the pain, get rid of it, wash it away, and a lot of that starts with us as a collective community.
That's right.
The injustice against one is injustice against all.
Oh, I say that's Malcolm X. Give it up.
Within our community, you know what I mean? So
that's Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Give it up.
So So if your brother's hurt, if your brother in the street is hurting, that means you're hurting essentially.
Reach out,
because that means because we're in a space, we're in a society to where we can be 2 minutes from being that same person. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Blink of an eye.
Some of this stuff never came to our house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you never seen some of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these things was always something you heard on the news.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is down the street.
It's really down.
It's on your block. I'm like, and what's happening with our human landscape? We are not creating people who are in contribution to the Earth's landscape. The energy level is so low. See, a lot of people talk about the chakra energy and going up the energy. See, if I start talking that stuff, I might get somebody upset. But listen, as you're evolving as an individual, you definitely want to be checking into those levels within yourself.
Like for real, not like a trend you saw on the root.
It's not like the chakras and that's cute. And let me get a gong and let's just do the thing. No, it's really working on your energy. I know our Sister Lotus Reed be out there. Give thanks to you, Sister Lotus Reed. She bring us into her meditation, into her healing process all the time. You better get down with that sister. She stay bringing the family into her healing process. Mm-hmm. She's sharing and pouring on that energy. See, we're from the village, so we know spirit when we see spirit. I'm not looking for 3,000 accolades and things hanging all over people. I could care less. Mm-hmm. I hit the switch one day and saw that sister going in. I was like, woo! I was moved in such a way. I had to get on with that sister because she was present. So many of us have our ways to be with the space that is our essential energy. That's the only thing that's going to make us unique. That's the thing that makes us unique, that makes us in this world's landscape to be able to do that one specific thing. The Bible says, for those who understand the theory of the Bible, not necessarily the book as we've been presented it, but the Bible, everyone has been given a talent. Everyone's been given a unique soul. Yeah. Everyone's been given a unique spirit to do a thing that they do specifically well. That is their contribution to the Earth's landscape. It is a thing that you can do. Right. And that's the thing that we should be trying to get to. So the round peg, round hole thing doesn't really work for that. Right.
Maximize what you can do. Maximize what you've been divinely sent here.
Give thanks.
Understand what a lot of people don't know what that is, right? They may not know what their walk is. They're too busy trying to walk someone else's walk.
Right.
Because that's the only representation they have. But that's why it takes opportunity to be with self in the moment and understanding what's working, what moves the energy around you in a way that's fortifying. Right, this moves me. I like doing this activity. I like doing this activity. Yeah, like the streets could be calling, but this violin is kind of dope. You know what I mean? Like it's really trusting in the intuition of your internal. What activates you? What activates your soul, and not being afraid of that.
Energy.
But getting rid of that, right? Like we've seen these stories of like the Dangerous Minds and Sister Act and like all that. Like the kid that like the rough kid that really has this power. Like now we're in a space where we get to nurture our youth, who are the future of our communities, and get them grounded and connected in who they are and what they want to be. Even if that shows up a bunch of times, or if they have to try again, it's the act of getting into knowing self and understanding self better and better. Checking the boxes of what's working, what's not working, what's not working, to get you to a better space of you. Right? It's active practice. You can't be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Active.
Is
the operative word.
Active mean in practice of working on self and finding self and being in self, to where no one can tell you anything. Like you're confident in who you are as that self and the skills you can provide, how you get to lift the space, any space that you're in. That's the goal. Living word, exactly. Ashe. That's what it's about. Like
Tahuti out here in these streets.
Ashe. You know what I mean? And so we have to be diligent around being a better version of ourselves all day, every day. Be diligent about being you, 100%. And to be clear, this is not like be you in the sense of like putting in the forefront your like the roughest parts. It's understanding those rough parts exist and how do you get to heal them to be a better person. Not like, I'm real, this is what I am. My realness is me.
Oh my God. I be having to sit them folks down.
Like, no, that's
mean
not
and surly and an energy sucker to the space. Nobody want to be around you.
That's not you. That's your defense mechanism. Yeah. Cut it out. The real you is actually in there, wanting to get out.
Come on, get loose.
And wanting to be realized.
Get loose,
to realize that, get loose. The opportunity for that person to be realized within you. That person was got broken a long time ago, or skipped a step a long time ago, and you kept going on a path that wasn't even yours. And now you're accepting these pieces of you that were built by somebody else. You know, you want to get into the space of understanding who you are, and it's not always that rough patch person, that funky attitude, that pettiness. It's none of that. That's none of that. Those are all defense mechanisms to guard a heart that's been broken like years and years ago. Whether it's by a parent, whether it's by a lover, whether it's by a friend.
Well, how about just disappointing experiences in this living space, especially if you black.
Especially
you come connected to disappointment in this social landscape early in life. Teachers saying crazy things to children in first grade.
You never beat nothing. You never beat this.
You never beat it. Like, I've heard this story so many times.
You know, you hit a rapper joint. My teacher ain't tell me anything. Like, you know,
said I wasn't gonna beat nothing. Matter of fact, what's her name?
Who?
Nichols. Oh,
Lisa Nichols.
Lisa Nichols. She talks about this all the time, and I don't know why she slipped my mind for a second, because that's one of my major girls from way back. I'm here to tell you. She talks about her teacher said, you ain't gonna be no good writer. You're the worst writer in the class. She was like, don't worry about me. They were like, oh, I got 7 books.
Okay.
And my girl's still working. Don't cry no river for me. I'm good.
Okay.
I hear in these streets. But see, you come up with a certain type of determination.
That's defy the landscape.
That defy the landscape.
Everything else, because they will come
around you, and they come. And let me tell you, they ain't stopped coming for your girl. And
a lot of it is coming for you because you've stepped into self-actualization that they haven't for themselves, and that's fear. Because also when a scarcity-based society, which is the one that we're living in, is the fear of whoever it is that's quote-unquote on your playing field, that's quote-unquote who came up with you. The moment they see that you found an opportunity to elevate past your circumstances and they haven't, that's an opportunity to find any way possible to diminish that journey. Even if it's the teacher. Because the teacher, or parent or whatever, living vicariously through their kids and putting those type of pressures and traumas on top of them. Because trauma is epigenetic, especially within the black community. Trauma is epigenetic. So years and centuries, centuries of trauma can get passed down to the point where you don't even know where it came from.
Don't even know where it came from. Just wake up one day, mad at the world.
That's that same Kofa. You got to go back and get it. Find out what it was so you can get rid of it, change it, or break those cycles, whatever it is you need to do. So you can stand fortified in the face of the enemy. And the enemy doesn't always have to be some big horn creature or whatever, or some villain with a funny mustache. Sometimes it's your friends, sometimes it's your family that just may be like they're fighting against their circumstances and don't want to see don't want to see the idea of someone in the circumstances winning and they're quote unquote not in a win-lose society, which is what we're in. Ideally,
you winning.
Optimal operation is in a society that's win-win, which is possible.
Come on, family. Let's create a win-win.
Everything we have is there. It's just not front and center because of man-made constructs to have people believe
borders,
power in play.
Borders.
That you need to be dependent on borders. That you need to be dependent on in order to get that key.
That's right.
No, you are the key. Period. And whatever you do, you yield the keys to all doors that exist within your space.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? So, it takes practice. Obviously, I'm not saying that and they're like it's gonna happen tomorrow. But it takes practice.
It depends on your determination.
Determination.
It doesn't have to take long.
It doesn't have to take long.
But it usually does because most folks got lazy brains. And they approach things begrudgingly. So you get to address that. You get to go in there with vigor and excitement and go ahead and hit the floor running. Get on up. I saw a meme one time. Be the kind of woman that every time your feet hit the floor, the devil be like,
oh shit,
here she come. Here she come. Yeah, bitch. I'm here.
I'm on vacation. Peace.
I'm here. I'm out. Yeah, be the kind that as soon as you hit the floor, things clear out. Y'all heard me tell the stories. Certain types of energy don't even function in my space. It cannot. It cannot function in my space, family. Share the link. Thanks for the hearts. All that love out there in these streets. Share the link. Invite a friend. Let's build out the conversation on a consistent basis, family, because it's our world. I know they keep trying to fool you with the foolishness, but this is our world. This is our planet. We created this space. We get to fix it. There's leaks in our house, family. Grandma said, you ain't got no business going to visit nobody and leave your house a mess. You ain't supposed to be checking for nobody else. If your house, you left it a mess. It's your duty to fix your own house. Family, we need to clear our house. We got internal work within ourselves to do, and we have social space, landscape work to do on our community and our diaspora, and on humanity as a whole. Yep. This is not a fight with white people. I'm here to tell you, if you having a fight with white people, you haven't even begun the journey. Because when you elevate your own energy, you don't have to fight with nobody. Hey, Neo, are you trying to say I can dodge bullets? I'm telling you, when you're ready, you won't have to. If you out here fighting white people, you haven't started the journey. So you can dial all them folks up talking that job talk, because what they're doing is they're exciting your lower vibration. And they're feeding your need for drama, because you got lazy brains. Give up the drama, family.
Shout out, peace and blessings, Brother Kyle. Thank you for that.
Brother Kyle, come on, dude. You got lazy brains. Stop fighting with white folks.
100% agree, Ashe.
Work on yourself as your first priority. Work on your family as your second priority. Work on your community as your third priority. And by that time, hopefully you would have been impacting a space where you will begin to make fishermen of men. You will begin to duplicate that powerful energy that will continue to radiate out into other spaces that you don't have physical access to, because that's the plan. That's the goal. I don't need a bunch of people to come up in here and clap and sing and dance around here, because that's not effective, because you're not in the world creating fishermen of men, which is your job, so that you can impact the world's landscape.
No room for demagoguery. Ashe, brother.
Okay, family, we don't need none of that. It's impractical. It's not working for the African.
And don't feel like it has to be this Atlas-sized situation of thinking. Like, it's like work on you. It's all big work. Self-actualization and standing firm in your identity. It's all big work. So it could be one person that you've impacted in your community that can take the baton and run with it to do what needs to be done.
Come on now, where them hands at? How many you done made?
Be the catalyst. Be the catalyst for the change in your community.
Forge the energy.
I charge you with this.
You charge. Get to work.
Let's get it.
I don't babysit. We don't babysit. Take what you need and go.
And keep going.
And pay it forward.
Even if you do, it's like the work is still not done per se, but like
it's not
this
done.
person's activated. Cool. All right. Let's see what else I can do in the space to keep
it going.
What self-governance can I influence on myself and and understand how I can be even better in the space. Salute to this person and salute your journey as well.
Oh yeah.
Take the time to do that. Don't let it be.
That's maturity. That's spiritual journey.
Balance. This is what it is. It's molding. You gotta mold your situation, right? It doesn't have to be all this pain and arduous work, but it doesn't have to feel like it's light. It's a balance. There's a balance.
If we didn't have to start from the beginning all the time, it wouldn't be difficult as much challenge as we run into. See, when we lived in our village context, we had people who helped us set the path for us. So a lot of us, like myself, like many people that I know, have a long story of disappointment and circumstances because no one set them up to win. No one gave them the proper right path and gave them the tools they needed to win. So the challenges were difficult, especially when you're out here doing real work. So people out here skinning and grinning, I'd be looking at them like, talking to poo-poo. All right, keep it going. And unfortunately, I wish you a do, but honey, listen, you're going to have to work that thing out. It just doesn't happen like that. Not when you got multi-millionaires out here committing suicide, drug addicted, still poisoning their bodies. If you know you matter, you would not be poisoning your body.
Right.
If you knew a work that you have to do in this earth landscape is good for what you can manifest in other people, you wouldn't be hurting yourself. You would be fortifying yourself, and you would continue to extend your life on the planet so you can continue to do the work that you were designated to do.
Right.
You wouldn't be giving up.
That's when you're looking at monetarily wealthy people, but not spiritually wealthy. Asheo. Peace and blessings, Shakti.
That's my sacred sister out there.
Sisters up in the building. Because the sisters keep it strong for the community.
Come on, we keeping it strong. We taking it back. Because we have access to we have access to the triple darkness, family. We get to do what we get to do, womb woman. We get to do that because we have access to the triple darkness. None came to this planet unless they came through the triple darkness. Okay, darknesses. Come on now. Let's talk about it, family. So let's look. We can fortify.
You know what I mean?
It don't have to be hard. We can pass on the information. We can fortify, and we can lean in, and we can pour into, and we can sprout all kind of goodness all up in here.
And it's okay to fall. Just get back up.
fall down.
And you need to fall as many times you fall. Get back up.
If you fall, how many times should you get up?
You're right.
You fall 7 times, get up 8.
That's a reality.
How many times should a man be forgiven if he has to be forgiven? 7 times 70. Go be like, why you going through stuff with these people? I got to give grace, family, because if not for the grace of God goes I. See, I can stand here and withstand the storm because I'm built like that. I put in the work to be able to achieve that. That's one of my badges of honor that I can sustain. I say, give thanks to the Most High and the divine and my ancestors. I can sustain. That don't mean I'm not human. That don't mean I would not like to be walking through a bed of roses. But if I need to be fortified to be able to sustain the space because I'm holding room, that's my job. I take it very seriously. I ain't got nothing to skinny grin about that. It's up to you to be the difference that's different. And some people like, listen, that ain't my word. Okay. I ain't got time for that because guess what? Everybody here ain't here for everything. Every creator is not the creator of all things. Every creator is not the creator of all things. I do 50 different things. We are talented. We can produce all these different things. But the thing that we do is the essence of what we do. These are only windows and mechanisms by which we get to do what we do. That is the point. Family, as you get to do and evolve into a space where you can do what you do through whatever venue you choose to use, whatever technique, method, or mechanism that you happen to be using to actualize that thing that you do and do it so well. And that's what's going to heal our community. That's what's going to heal the earth landscape. That's what's going to heal the soil. Listen, 98% of us is having the same conversation. There is a group of folks over there that's doing wickedness, and we're going to deal with that. But clean up your house, fortify your soul, fortify your spirit, build up your community, share information. People ask you for stuff, give it up. Give it up. Listen, I done went to folks and knocked right on their door, looked them dead in their face, and they get the befuddled look. I never knew.
I never knew.
Shouts out to Tony Baker. Did you tell my show? I never knew. No, we don't have time for befuddle. Set your people up to win.
It's real though,
I just be keeping it real, family. Listen, we traveling through this journey.
We try to infuse all energies within the conversation.
We traveling through the journey.
We need it. We're multifaceted people. We're not binary. We move through different spaces. We'll give you all of it.
High five up top. Woo! Me and you.
Okay, high five all day.
Up here in these streets.
On the melanin side, they both black.
Okay. Oh, give me some. There we go. All out here in these. Give me some love on the black hand side, family. You too.
But yeah, man, you gotta. It's work out here. We got our people that we dealing with. I don't want to say battle with our people, but we gotta be with our people and give grace at every single turn because it's understanding and knowing we're all in something against another, right? At another energy or force that wants us to be embattled within each other. No, we give up. We give up the win. We give up the W when we do that. When we battle each other. So,
okay.
So we got to learn to meet each other on some solid ground.
That's right.
And be like Nefera says, be the difference that's different.
Be the difference that's different
in our space. You know what I mean? Win-win. Exactly. That's shit.
Thanks.
We get to do that. And create a society that we want. And we need to realize that now more than ever. But like we said in the beginning, it takes a digging into self. And sometimes most times you're not going to like what you find.
Oh, no.
But
there's some junk up in there, I'm telling you.
Then is where you activate perspective. It's like, I don't like this, so what can I do about it? And shape it into a win. Shape that L that happened in my life into a W.
You can do it.
And you can do it. And don't put a time limit. Like, I mean, you want to get
to
urgent.
It. Be urgent about it.
Be urgent.
Get expeditious about the business.
Give yourself the grace in your process, because it will be a process. It will get funky. You will fall. Get back up. You will fall. Get back up. You can seek help. Be in the collective mindset, because there's if you want to go fast, go alone. You want to go far, go together. We want to go far, people. We want to go far into eternity. With our conversation, with our community, and the village mind, and strengthen what we have available. Because when you fast, you burn out, and it drops off.
And you know what? You can't maintain momentum. We're not playing a short-sighted game. I keep telling you, family, take the long one. They call it in economics the long tail theory. We here for the long haul. We've been here since the beginning of time, family. We've been here since the beginning of time.
April 2018.
And they all came through the triple darkness. Okay? Know this. So it's a process and a journey of unfolding and becoming. But the thing about it is, get the work. I give grace, but I get frustrated with the laziness and the casualness around our circumstances. And the fact that we don't hold any long-term, like we got the ADHD brain about our revolutionary mindset. Come on, man. You got to put work in. Let me tell you what the mechanism is. Malcolm Gladwell came up with a theory in The Outlier. 10 years to master a skill equates to 4 hours a day for 10 years. What are you doing in your life for 4 hours every single day for 10 years that if the Most High give you breath and you rise every day, you still made it past 10 years? What did you do with that 10 years? Did you do any fortification? I fortified. When I learned that theory, I used that mechanism to employ several different skills all at once. I was like, whoop, whoop. I was excited. Okay, I don't know if you saw the Matrix movie when he plugged them in, and he was like, whoo, again, more. Like, come on, fam. Like, it's a thing that we can do. We can download all that good stuff. We can power up to the 10th degree. We can levitate, move, build, and shake the energy, change the weather. It's a lot of stuff we can do, family, if we can elevate our frequency and go up them levels, keep moving up them levels, right? You got to keep moving up the levels, family.
Peace and blessings, Brother Razi, and thank you for joining us, Grand Awakening, Great Rising. Brother Joseph says slow cooking is the best recipe for success. Oh, hey! That's how it gets nice and tender and nice and
sound like that sound nice and succulent.
Get all them juices. You want to marinate your juices. Right, this was the self-mastery is marinating of the juices.
Marinate.
So you can be the prime
make it tender, nice and tender out here in these streets.
Okay. Marinate the juices.
Slow cooking. Don't be rushing that. Don't be rushing that meat over there.
Don't rush the meat.
You got to tenderize that thing. And let me tell you, circumstances might tenderize your butt. You might be getting tenderized all through there.
But you'll be better for it.
And listen, it's not your fault.
And you'll be the life of the party.
This is what happened.
Take me 10 years of tenderization to get to this point. Y'all gonna love this.
Okay, y'all gonna like this. This thing gonna sit in your mouth. Tantalizing goodness. So I'm here to tell you, family. Lotus laughing at us.
Yeah, listen. What we say, y'all laugh to keep from crying, but we cut up generally.
But we cut up generally, and we ain't crying out here. We don't laugh to keep from crying. We actually laugh because
it's part of our everyday walk.
Peace that surpasses understanding, family. In the midst of the madness, peace be still. I don't need to get disheveled and distraught and all, because I could see the writing on the wall. I was already ready. Like, were you ready? Because I was already ready.
Like, did you forget that even when storms are happening, there's still a sun that's above that. There's still a sun, there's still light, there's still other things happening in other parts of the world that's taking place right now. And this little storm, that too shall pass. So whatever you in the knowledge of the bigger spectrum, that should give you the joy within itself that's existing. That means there's opportunity for something different to happen. So what do? You keep being in great. Thank you for the upload of gratitude. Absolutely.
Thanks, beloved. All the time. That's what we're doing with the family.
And moving in gratitude is the best way to get through it. You know what I mean? And we, like I said, we always try to say is like it's not to just say words to you. This is really living in testament that's shaped us through a lot. You know what I mean? It's not just words. There's a possibility for you, available for you in your life, in understanding what gratitude is, and understanding what actually means to be happy, to be in your joy, to be in your power, to recognize the space around you as a space that you can shape in every instance in the way you want it to be. But it takes practice, and we're clear on that. And give yourself the grace for that practice to take place. Give yourself the grace for that mastery to take place. Give yourself grace to know that there's an opportunity for, yes, like I said, yesterday's storm to be tomorrow's sunshine, and a beach day, and margaritas,
and then we get to also restructure. We also get to restructure what we believe to be the thing.
Right.
Like, what is the success?
Right.
What is the happiness? What
does that look like?
What is the spiritual elevation? What is the quality of life for the African? Why is it necessary to even be an African? What's at stake? I don't know if that we know really what's at stake, family. We don't really know the fullest landscape as a collective. We, as in, I'm not saying you. I'm saying we, because if you have a deficit, we have a deficit.
Right.
If Sue has a deficit, we have a deficit. If the crackheads on the street out there, we have sickness in our house. We need to clean out our house. Nobody's sitting out because these are symptoms to the illness. We could talk about homelessness and education and joblessness and single parent homes and the prison system and all of these things. Those are symptoms to the illness. And the clearer you become in your center, the better you are to find solutions to the circumstances that is the mattering, not the symptoms. You heal the body. You don't treat the symptoms. We live in a society that treats symptoms because they want to create customers. It's somebody's benefit that you stay vulnerable. And being in a situation where you are treating symptoms keeps you vulnerable, because you're not likely to come back from some of these circumstances because the circumstances didn't create themselves. There's a whole lot of digging beneath that hole, digging that you need to get into in order to get to the root of the cause. Right? And also understanding where we place these things in terms of our calculation and how we weighing them within our mind's eye. Because some of the stuff that we put so much weight in don't really matter. And we wasting time engaging foolishness.
Yeah.
Grandma call it foolishness. I'm going to call it foolishness. It's foolishness. Somebody want to know where the foolishness came from. Foolishness. It's foolishness. We engage too much foolishness, family. So yeah, we get to tighten up.
Yeah.
My uncle in the military, Marines, used to say, tighten up. Yeah, tighten up. Oh. Tighten up, family. Let's tighten up.
Never knew.
There's a time for all things. So there will be time for jokes. There will be time for laughter and dancing and tap dancing. There's also time to study, time to discipline, time to do drills, time to get it popping, time to set it off, time to sit back, time to, party and celebrate. It's all the time.
Wow. You was about to go. You was going in. I was like, okay.
Okay. It's time to get busy. It's time to set it off.
Wish I had an organ right
now. Come on, get up. I'm messing with y'all folks. I was raised in the Southern Baptist Church, and we used to get it popping up in there because I was in the choir.
I was not raised in the church. I was raised in the spirit, though.
He was raised in the spirit, okay? He was raised in the spirit, y'all.
I was a God.
So we'll get some laying on the hands out here in these streets.
That's right. Peace and blessings, family.
Peace, family.
You know how we do here at Soundbytes. So.
We're going to keep it real with you. We're going to love all up on you, okay?
So.
That's how we're going to do that.
Absolutely. Work into your self-mastery. Work on self. Every day is a process. Every day is opportunity to learn something new about you. And when you learn something new about you, you learn something new about the world around you.
Because we're more alike than we are different.
Exactly. That's it. We're more alike than we are different. So once you learn whatever you get to learn about yourself, you more often than not will get to learn about other people around you. And for that you're better in tune and better equipped to be of support to the landscape around you, especially within your community. Because we all facing it, people.
Come on, people, family. We here together.
African people, melanated people, we all in this. You know what I mean? No, it's no different, right?
We here.
Peace and blessings, y'all. It's Soundbytes International Radio.
Shouts out to some folks.
Shouts out to the folks. Shouts out to everybody.
Shouts out to Aisha.
Shouts out to you.
Roz. Thank you for coming in. Aisha, always loving you.
For the Kyle Jiggers, for Roz, Ian.
Yeah, Sister Tiana from school. Peace and blessings.
Oh, is that
Shakti's already on here.
Yes,
give thanks, family. We appreciate everyone for receiving from us. It matters, right?
We love y'all.
We love y'all. We appreciate you being here with us. We appreciate you receiving from us. Also, and fortifying, giving us back the energy, sharing the link, hearting it up for us. We just love it.
We love hearts.
We love all the hearts. We receive all the love and all the kindness. Give thanks. And it's a greater message in it all. Honestly, it's a greater message, a greater pursuit, and it is our manifestation of being a part of the creation of solutions, family. And I'm not here for letting. I was always a defender. I'm not here for letting nobody take advantage of African folk. So if I got breath in my body, I'm finna set it off.
Okay.
Out here in these streets, y'all not gonna keep fooling my people, cause some of us just don't know. Some of us literally just wake up and just be like, oh, let me go vote. Oh, let me go to my job. Oh, let me go to school. And it becomes a shock to us when, systemic racism hits us. I didn't experience one-on-man racism. But systemic racism is a thing in our system. It is impacting our communities. And just because I have not received any direct, I'm also traumatized by Michael Brown being a young child, young person getting shot by a white cop in his back as he walked away. By Oscar Graham getting shot in cuffs. By seeing 6 people jump on Alton Sterling's back and choke him out and take him from his family.
Eric Garner.
Eric Garner. Alton Sterling.
He was shot trying to just make a living.
with the cigarettes. No, that was Eric Garner with the CDs. Oh my God! So Alton Sterling was with the CDs, and Eric Garner was the one they choked out, and his daughter ended up passing away.
And she passed away a few years later. Passed away a few years later. Fighter, in the wake of the cause. So things are starting to get blurred up. That's not okay. It shouldn't be like that.
It's not all right. It's too many cases back to back, and then they start saying, "Oh, well, black folks kill each other in their own neighborhoods." Those are symptoms to the illness. Let us work on our situation. We got that.
Be clear of black on
We got healers to go in these communities and deal with our circumstances. We don't need the rest of that stuff. We're talking about the things that are impeding our space and impacting our continuity of maintaining one another and keeping strength within our community.
Folks want to understand circumstance and proximity and environment and everything. Because check this out. These white folks is killing everybody.
Okay, and they ain't taking no prisoners out here in these streets.
If you contain in Latino people, they're gonna kill each other.
People of color,
or Asian people, they more often than not, a thief is gonna need a way.
A criminal is only looking for an opportunity.
That's what it is. It's not about that's what the landscape is. That black people just see another black
inherently
person,
bad.
A black person from Brooklyn is gonna go to LA and be like, I'm just killed this black person just because they're black. That's not what we're dealing with.
We're not inherently bad people.
It's about survival. It's about the mechanisms in the space. It's like I gotta eat, and you're in the way of that, and that's the proximity you're dealing with. And why is that happening? Because of an oppressive system of capitalism that keeps people in those structures and those frameworks.
Tiana, but she just said that. She just said that they isolated us so that we can do it to ourselves.
Absolutely,
exactly.
And then they're like, well, we didn't have
that's social, and that's social engineering. So they create the conditions because they understand nature versus nurture, family. So inside of the researching piece, they understand nature versus nurture. So if they create the conditions, human behavior it's just going to show up anyway.
It's going to do what it does. Yeah, exactly.
Right? You up on people, you're tight, you got limited resources, all you need is an opportunity, there's not enough to eat, who are you going to thrive on? So this is why crack was pumped in crack communities by people who lived in the community. The crack man was somebody's uncle. The crack man was probably that lady, Miss Pearl, that was her grandson. Miss Pearl, my grandmother. Just came to the top of my mind, but it was somebody you knew from your neighborhood who was selling crack in your neighborhood to people you knew.
It might be family members of family members.
It was some of them was family members. Some of them was the neighborhood folk. They was out there and they was pushing drugs to the people in their community that they knew.
And that's
demented and dysfunctional, but it is a way of learning that occurred inside of oppressive situation, functioning out of survival mode. There is forgiveness, and there is a way back inside of that space as well.
You gotta get back.
We gotta get back. Sankofa family. Let's do this.
Sankofa. We gotta get back. You know what I mean? Get back to weaning. Get back to where we
still
were
good.
As a family, as a village before all this thing, this whole called slavery, stuff that happened. To get past that because our legacy is way beyond that. Our legacy actually spans continents,
and space and time, family. We didn't just get here yesterday. We did not just get here yesterday. We are a collective of people with a very rich history, and in fact, all of the things that have occurred to us actually disrupted our creation.
That's right.
It disrupted us. And we don't need to take all of the input from individuals who don't necessarily have our best interests at heart.
Nope.
See, I can infuse an African. I can infuse a human being, period, because I moved into that space. But I can definitely infuse an African. Okay, when you leave me, you've been touched by something. All I had to do was make myself available for the vibration. And guess what? So can you. But there's things that got to be moved out of the space in order for you to get access to being able to do that. I'm not talking about tangling and the feel goods and the tears. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about essential transmuting energy, family. So let's do it. Tiana said, this has no color or sexual gender. It's
solicital.
Suicidal,
and
status quo level.
I say, yeah.
Since we know what's good,
we already know.
Let's just love up on each other. Let's just love up on each other, okay? Because I done stepped in all kind of fights. I done stepped in and pulled for. They was jumping this little girl. I had to go right in the middle of this big group of these little girls and pull her right out of there. And I was driving taxi back in the day and threw her right in the back of my cab and said, "Girl, let's go." She's like, "Who?" I said, "Listen, Auntie." I said, "Leave her alone. Give me her bag." And I grabbed one of the girls, had her book bag, because they got my stuff. She didn't have on no shirt, just a bra. They done beat this little girl up. You know why? Because she got the long hair, natural long hair, and she had a cute little shape, and they beating on this girl. It's about 9 of them beating on this little girl, and she caught up in the middle. Why?
That's a shame.
Why? Because they was trying to cut my face when I was coming up too, family. Come on now. We got to do better. These are social behaviors that are hindering our overall progress. And then we got folks up on a level who get so high on a level that they can only smell their own asses. It's a problem. And the things that they're doing, they're functioning from within the matrix, and they're not infusing Africans, but they're going through the motions. These are things we get to address, because these are things that make us vulnerable. Sister said, love and empowerment and inspiration or unity.
Love unity, yeah.
Of unity, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is our house. We get to clean our house, clean our situation. And some of us have never had access to power. The most powerful thing you can do is take control of your life. Take control of your life. Yeah. Take control of what you eat. Take control of your life.
Take control. Once
you get control of your life, you will find out the type of control you have in this social landscape. It takes more than one, family. We got to come together as a collective to make the kind of impact that we really want to make. But the first goal to do is take control of yourself. Do not let someone have control over your person, because that's your divine right.
For sure.
Thank you for receiving from us, family. Thank you for coming in. Family. Peace and blessings. We were about to wrap up.
We better wrap out like 2 hours, 20 minutes ago.
We just be hanging with you, family.
Lying saying it's 2 hours. So we're gonna wrap, family. Before we go, because you know how we gotta raise the vibration. One time for your mind, for your energy, with a little bit of I am from the brother Naeem Bricks.
Naeem Bricks out here in these streets.
You are our closing song. Our Sister Carol, shout out Sister Carol, the bedtime song.
Okay, you know what it is.
Fortifying energy before you lay it down. This is I am. Featuring from Naeem Bricks, featuring myself and brother AJ Throwback, aka Joseph Goins, brother with bars. We see you, brother, uplifting you, holding you high. Play our cut, yeah. We about to play.
You have to get it poppin', sis.
So peace and blessings to my brother, holding you up high, brother Joseph, brother Naeem. You're one of my brothers in sound, my brothers for life. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. So. Closing on I am, as always. Thank y'all for joining us for Soundbytes. You can stick with us, jam out, get the song. We got
PathPmusic.com, PathPmusic.com, and keys2sword.com, www.keys2sword.com. I do consultations, right? One-on-one. I also do facilitate groups, facilitate workshops, and we have book readings and poetry readings, and we do all of those great things, and we do a holistic wellness journey as well. So family, log on to www.keys2sword.com.
KEYS2SOAR.com.
Sign up for the mailing list.
Sign up for the mailing list. Sign up for the wellness companion program. Get your wellness life going on.
Take control of your life. Also and your food.
Absolutely. Also, for all the artists out there, I do offer songwriting support. So you can visit pathpmusic.com, PATHPmusic.com. For more information, info@pathpmusic.com for more information. DM Soundbytes, whatever you want to do. For songwriting support, if you need help in writing a song, crafting a song, consultation around starting things up, I got you. It's all good. Also, any marketing, design services, support around your business, I offer those services as well. You can go to celawton.com, CELAWTON.com for more information on that. So, one love to y'all. Have an I am, get the race of vibration up, the Soundbytes International. Tune in, y'all. Shay. And we gonna get it popping up in here, so stick with us. I'm telling my am.
Okay, this how it sounds like that.
But it's not an answer. I reply, listen again. My affirmation is your answer. This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny that. Hear the proof in the hi-hat. Hit Eternal reflection, I digress.
I love me more, never love less.
I love me more, never love less. Turn.
$1 million dreams, yeah, how I manifest it.
Look deep inside, yeah, you be the blessing. $1 million dreams, yeah, how I manifest it. Anything I want, yeah, turn up. This is the power of I am. This is the greatness of I am. Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny the power.
Shouts out to Seek for sharing broadcast feed.
Anytime I'm on GoPro, literal high home growth. Living spots with a cold so low. This is without morale so low. So I pissed it fast, bitch it slow. To the cows call home, bro. It didn't make sense. I was told as a child I wouldn't be shit. Revenge on my
That's like Paula when he was a kid.
Fed me lies, started picking that shit. They treated me different, I embraced that shit. You know the ones that be closest to you, the family ties. Sacred bonds, seeing dirty service ludicrous.
Hey.
I'm a dirty burner, but bet I believe in me 1,000%.
I believe in me.
Sit here again, I couldn't resist. Kill these niggas with their toxicness without a pocket piss. I'm monotonous. Told myself I couldn't rock with this.
Hey, Reese.
Couldn't get rich, true blood suckers couldn't see.
Come on now.
See shit, stole face. Nigga,
They're wrong.
I ain't regurgitating,
Percolating, singing the same. Come on, y'all can heart it up. Give this, come on, start us some love out here in these streets. Hand up them hearts. Hey, I am. Come on now.
Say I'm washed. Well, they're absolutely right. I am washed. I said washed, cleansed,
And purified.
out of the nonsense.
Hey.
Try to attest to my context. I am resilient. I am more than a survivor.
I am a thriver, and so are you, family.
This is the greatness of I am.
Woo!
Look at the strength that I have. None of the truth can deny that. Yeah,
With the hi-hat.
turn the reflection,
I digress. I love me more, never love less. I love you, African, never love less. $1 million dreams, yeah, I manifest it.
Look deep inside,
Yeah, you be the blessing.
$1 million dreams, yeah.
I manifest it.
Anything I want,
Yeah, turn up.
This is the power.
Come on, family.
This is the greatness of
Get
I
that.
am.
Can we put that in the link?
None of the truth can deny the
Power of I am.
Now I'm in no things, so wasting my time. Focus my goals into shit paradigm.
Social
Get up and
distancing.
go.
Keep my folks on
Kept it
time.
from my video.
Yeah, riding with a mean vision. Effective for me.
Hey, hit it.
Matter of fact, in technicolor and gray. When I lost my mother, found piece of sign, my green, and I leaned in my brother's.
Yeah.
Barge was shipping up the caffeine.
Hey,
To the mad on my damn team.
you gotta get this sweetness right here, this power up, this spirit.
So my hands are packed out of the arena, inspired the future leaders.
Write the vision, make it plain.
Gods and unbelievers, do what they can't conceive of. Love what we do and leave us. Brick, they never see us. God damn, I'm feeling good, motherfucker. What they say,
Hey, what they never would.
yeah, get a grasp on your life, yeah. Payment ain't sacrificial prices. Go to your dome, playing nice, yeah. They go to recognize who the nice is.
From the north to the southeast.
Yeah, kicking others.
Hey, come on now. Love it. Thanks, Mr. Lawton.
Man, I ain't talking in terms
Come
of
on
I
now.
wish I want to, or even I will.
Don't doubt,
anymore.
don't doubt.
The things I
Be in the
proclaim
business
I
of
do,
knowing.
I have and I am. I do as my ancestors instruct.
What else?
I have all I need to affect
What
change,
else?
and I am a living magnification of God. This is the power of I
Oh.
am. This is the greatness of I am.
Hey, despite the circumstances, despite the situation, it don't matter, cause I am a magnification of I say. $1 million dreams, yeah, I manifest it.
Look deep inside, yeah.
You be the blessing,
$1 million dreams, yeah.
I manifest it.
Anything I want,
Yeah, turn up. This is the power of I am. Hit it.
This is the greatness of I am.
You gotta listen to this song in your bathroom. Boss it up.
Right in your bathroom.
You gotta boss it up in your bathroom.
I don't know why the bathroom, but yeah.
Because of the acoustics.
Oh, okay.
Because of the acoustics.
That's what it is. Soundbytes
Yes.
International, y'all.
I mean, if you
Get
got a
into
sweet
your I
system,
am
you can boss it up in your house.
and boss it up in your bathroom.
Boss it up. The power of
Join
I
us
am,
next week,
family.
y'all.
Do it while you're brushing your teeth.
Family. You know, it's all good. We ain't
Power
here
up
together.
before you hit
so
that
we all
plantation
home.
out here in these streets.
We all home. Or
Peace
before you
and
log
blessings.
into the plantation.
Peace.
More love, y'all. Soundbytes
One.
International.
Keep it
Be
together,
safe.
family. Peace.
Shouts out.
Keep it together.
Love.
I say.